All right, hey everybody. Mr. Orm here. I want to show you a website I've been using for quite some time that has a whole bunch of fun resources on it that you can create and use in your classes. The website's called classtools.net. And as you can see, it gives you a whole bunch of different things that you can do here. Now, for $25 a month or a year, basically, you can get the premium version, which unlocks a few more of these things, and then it has some other features. But I'm going to stick with one of the free ones here, and one of my student favorites has been these Pac-Man review games. So it's basically arcade style, and you'll see that here in just a moment. Now there are going to be some ads if you don't have the premium version, but that really shouldn't stop you. I've used the free version for years and years. But nonetheless, what you want to do is this is a great way. This is something that the kids have really loved in terms of getting them ready for quizzes and tests. It allows them to game, and it also allows them to kind of get an idea of what they're going to see on the quiz or test. So in this case, we want to create a new game. And it brings you to this screen right here. So for the title today, I'm just going to do the U.S. Constitution review, and down here is where you start to enter your questions. So if you go to the help, it'll give you a step-by-step process of how to do it. You're going to notice that you've got a couple of choices in terms of how to put this together. If you want to control all the answers that the students see in terms of each question, each multiple choice question, you can do that, but it's going to be a little bit more work. You notice under number 1 where it says type your questions into this box, you need a minimum of 10 questions, and you got to do it in that format where you have the question, an asterisk, the correct answer, and then 3 incorrect answers to follow that. Now, if you want to just allow the game to populate all the incorrect answers, all you need to do then is under number 3, right, is create a question, have your asterisk, and then the correct answer. Now, for each question you ask, it needs to be on a fresh line, okay? So when you're done with a question, move down to the next line. I generally err on the side of just the one correct answer, and then it'll generate other answers, incorrect answers as well. So for this one, I'm just going to put in what is the law-making branch of the government, and then I would put my asterisk, and I'm going to put the legislative branch. And then again, you can add more, but you want to make sure that everything is divided by the asterisk. In this case, I'm just going to use this one. Now, for time's sake, I'm going to go back to one that I've created in the past, and all I'm going to do is copy and paste these. Now, this might be a way to do it from a doc or something else in order to save time. So I'm going to copy this, and I'm going to paste it into the generator. And I just want to make sure I've got these separated here. And now I have my minimum of 10 questions. I can submit this. And you have to generate, if you want to edit it later, you have to generate a password. I always use the same password for all of these games. I don't think anybody's going to hack my review games, so I just use the same one. Now, I don't necessarily have this password saved in here, so I say no thanks. And one of the main things that you need to do is save this URL, okay? Because that's how it saves. It generates its own, so you need to save that in some way, shape, or form. For me, I simply put it in my bookmarks, and there I have it. Now, this is where the fun comes in. The kids get tons of options of what to play. Pac-Man, Manic Miner, Asteroid, Snake, Pong, Word Shoot, flashcards, or Space Invaders. I'm going to go with Pac-Man. This seems to be a favorite amongst the students. As you play the game, to start it, you need to simply answer one of the questions. What is the lawmaking branch of government? That's the legislative branch. And then you proceed to play the game. Now, I'll show you what happens when you get caught. It brings you back, and you have to answer 3 questions correctly in order to continue playing the game. What is the beginning of the Constitution? that states the goals of this document, the preamble, what is the branch of government that makes the laws, the legislative branch, the system of government that divides the powers between the central government and state governments, that's federalism, and now you're back to the game. The kids love this. It's a great way to give them a precursor of what they're going to see on their quiz or their test, and generally the results have been very, very positive with this kind of stuff. So I would encourage you to use this game. It's a fun one, and have some fun with it as you move forward. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to reach out. I'd love to chat with you about this and see what you're doing with this website as well.